Mm. Hello everyone. Hi Rani. If you're joining me, then just say hi. Okay. Hi Shraddha. So happy to have you here. How are you guys doing? Hi Garima, thanks for joining. I am making a mixed media canvas. So this is the canvas I have with me. So I don't have any plan as such, but I have a little rough idea like what I'm going to do. So just be with me and also do share this live so all our crafty friends can join us and yeah. Also let me know is my video clear or I'm audible and all these technical stuffs. Okay. So I'll just wait for 2 more minutes and then we will start. I'm sorry, got a call from my mom. Okay. Actually, I got a issue with my another phone, so that SIM is in this phone from which I'm doing live. So that's why little bit disturbance, but that's okay. It happens. Okay. So I have this MDF circle. So I think we have enough people to. Uh, Hi Sirisha. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? Okay, so first I have this stencil with me. So first we will create a background and then we will go with the other composition thing. And for that yeah. So for that I need texture paste. And my texture paste is dried completely. Just a second. Okay. Hi Neha. Okay, my voice is coming twice. I don't know why is that. Okay, my video is stuck. Nate these days is really making our lives okay. Okay, so I have this texture paste with me. So using that we will create texture first. Girls, please say hi. So you know I will get an idea like I'm audible to you and my video is clear and it's not stuck, because in my other phone I don't know why it's stuck. So just a second, let me configure that here. Hi Afrin. Hi Monica, yes, I'm doing good. Okay, so let's start with creating texture. So for that I'm using this stencil. This is one of my favorite stencil, guys. Look how beautiful design it has. And so I'm thinking to create composition like this, only one sided. Okay. Thank you so much, Sirisha, for confirming. Okay, so first we will create texture. And so just take enough amount of texture paste on your palette knife and then start spreading. Hi Farin. So you can either go with a complete background. I mean, you can cover your stencil texture. Sorry, you can cover your background with completely using this stencil, or you can just go with some random places. So right now that's what I'm going to do. I'll just go with some random places because I don't want my stencil texture all over the canvas. Okay, and oops, okay, so maybe I think this is enough, and little bit here. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Maybe I need a little bit here. So technically I have covered the entire background here. So whenever you are doing this stencil work, just make sure to smooth out the edges, because once the texture paste dries completely, it won't look good. So it's always better to smooth out the edges. What you're saying, Sirisha? Yes, it is very beautiful stencil. Okay, so now you will hear little bit noise of my heat gun. So I'll just semi-dry this, because then it will be easier for us to arrange the composition. And for composition I am thinking to use a mixed chippies. And guys, do share this video, and so just spread a word that we are live here. Okay, so I think this is semi-dried. Okay, so look at this picture. I hope you can see. This is absolutely stunning stencil. Okay, so now I need my composition like this sideways. So here only, what you're saying, Komal, can we use gesso paste instead of texture paste? Komal, no, actually gesso is little bit thin than texture paste, so it's always better to go with texture paste. And you can see gesso is little bit thin, so you can't spread it through stencil, it might bleed. But for dry brushing you can use gesso. I mean, just put stencil and do dry brushing using gesso, then stencil effect you can get. Okay, now for composition I have this MDF circle, so I will just put this I will use as a base here. Okay, and for that I need, okay, and to stick the pieces I'm using heavy gel, because it holds all our embellishments nicely. So for that just take this. Okay, and then hi Raquel, thank you so much for joining. Do share this video and invite your friends. Okay, so I'm just going to show you very basic composition technique. So see, mixed media is not at all difficult. It's always better to go with the flow, and that's how uh, we make our projects. Okay, so I have these expressions chipboards with me. So I have taken out all the these embellishments from this cutout, and I'm going to use that. So I have these two frames. I always like to use frames to create texture that really adds beauty to your project. So I like to overlap the frames. So this is how it should look. Then I have some resin materials. So this might go like this. Okay, and here. So this is the idea which I'm thinking to go with. Okay, let me just, I don't know why in my other phone the Facebook is not opening. I don't know why is that. Okay, yeah, it's started. And then I have these chipboards cutouts from Emix itself. Okay, and now what I will do, first I will just add these cutouts. So look how beautiful design these are. Okay, so I'm thinking to add this just like this. Okay, just a second, let me remove this. I will add this later on. Okay, and then I might need this. So right now I'm just thinking where these embellishments will look nice, because it should not it should look in place. It should not look the composition of thing is the whatever composition you are making, it should look like in one place. It should not look like so some elements are going here and there. So that will just a second. Okay, this might go like this. Okay, then we will add this here, and one more maybe like this. So this is the whole idea as of now. Okay, let's stick this, and for that I need my brush. So just add enough amount of gel medium. Gel medium really holds all these embellishments nicely. So it's always better to go with the gel medium, and it also dries clear and fastly. Okay, then we will go somewhere like this. Okay, and guys, just in case if I miss any comment, then don't worry, I'll just answer you after this video is finished, I mean this live session is finished. So just in case if any comment got missed, then don't worry about it. Okay, and then we have another one. So just add maybe like this. We should have maybe, yeah, somewhere here. So here. Hi Sushma, thank you so much dear for joining. Okay, so here it's done, and now we will move on to our this portion. Okay, okay, absolutely Sushma, you're right. These chipboards are fantastic to work with, and this really adds very nice beauty to your mixed media project. So just little bit of chipboards and you're good to start with your project. And since I have stencil texture, so that's why I'm just pushing little bit hard, so that these chipboards will get stuck onto the background. And here I have this, I can add. So let's add this maybe here. Okay, so I think I need little bit of more chipboards. Okay, I don't have that knife with me, so that's why I'm just plucking it out. Maybe here. And always try to play around your composition, so that way you also get an idea like how your composition will look like. So just place the elements and try. So maybe here. Thank you so much Ritu, thank you so much Shrishti. Okay, so here maybe okay, I don't like how it's looking here. Okay, let it be, I don't want to use this one. Okay, so now we will just add our frames. So see, this is how it should look. Okay, now remove this and first add this frame. This frame is really delicate, and look how beautiful intricate design it has. Thank you so much Shraddha, thank you so much Shobna. And now what we will do, I'll just add this gel medium here at the edges. And you can also use cardboard pieces instead of this MDF thing, but I had that with me, so that's why I have used that. But just in case if you don't have that, just go with the cardboard pieces. That also create very nice dimension on your project. Okay, and we have one more beautiful frame from Expressions Craft. Okay, let's add this one. When you overlap like 2 or 3 frames together, that really adds beauty, and the whole project will look different. Like you can notice by yourself only when you try this. Thank you so much Sushma, thank you dear. Okay, it is done, and let's add this here somewhere like this. Okay, so it takes only say 20 to 25 minutes to create entire composition. This is very simple composition. You can also go with little bit of complicate, I mean if you want to add more things you can add. So this should go like this. And to adhere these resin pieces I'm using gel medium, but with large quantity, because it takes little bit time to stick this to get it dry. It takes little bit time because okay, maybe here, hopefully it gets stick, and a little bit over here. Okay, thank you so much, Shilpa. I hope you guys are enjoying this session. So my whole point is mixed media is not at all rocket science. As I always says, just go with the flow, just use whatever you have, and your project is done. Okay, see, I have applied gel medium, and then I'll just stick this here. Okay, and now this is my focal point, so I'll stick this. Okay, what you are saying, Deepmala, how to wash stencil after using texture paste? Okay, so you can wash your stencil using just normal plain water, and your stencil will be clean. Okay, so okay, just add this here beyond this. It will take little bit time. I should have used glue gun, but I don't want, because when we use glue gun, that after some time the element just come off, so that's why I'm using gel medium here. And Expressions Craft gel medium is very nice to use to stick your embellishments. Okay, so I think it's done. So I'll just maybe just for the quicker thing I'll use glue gun here, but my glue gun is not hot yet. So okay, so now what we will do, okay, you guys tell me how you want your project to be like. Shall we go with the white gesso or black gesso? First I'm thinking to choose white gesso, and if we go with the black gesso, then we have to use metallics, because that's how we can highlight our project. Or you can also go with chalk paints to highlight the project. And if we use white gesso, then we can use sprinkle mist or say chroma burst to color the project. Now I'm waiting for your answer. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thanks a lot. Okay, my glue gun is not hot yet. So meanwhile, what we will do, we will just add little bit more texture to add more interest. Okay, I had Expressions Craft glass bead gel medium. Just a second. Where it is? Oh, okay, here it is. So this is the glass gel medium. This have very small tiny beads inside it, and it dries clear. So let me add that just to fill the empty spaces. Okay, maybe instead of this I'll use my brush. So just you can also use the gel medium through stencil, because these are very these beads are very minute, so they will easily go through the stencil design. Maybe here a little bit. So just here and there I am using, as you can see. Expression Craft also have their ground texture page. Those are also amazing to create texture on your project. So I'm using beads, sorry, what's the name, texture gel media, just to save our time. You can also go with the micro beads if you have. So just apply gel medium and there these micro beads, but this gel medium works better because it just save our time. And you can heat set this. So yeah, so as you can see, look at this. Okay, what you're saying, Anja, could you move it's bit to the right? Okay, I can. Just a second. Okay, maybe now it's perfect, right? Okay, and let's go here. So this step will add nice interest to our project, and it will look whole composition all together. Okay, so maybe a little bit here. Okay, what you guys are saying? Okay, it's very hard for me to read the comments because my phone is on the little bit higher side. So, and in my another phone, I don't know why Facebook is not it won't allow me to do anything. So yeah, okay, so generous amount of this gel medium here. Okay, so I think this is better. Do it here, and I'll just heat set this to speed up the drying process, and then we will gesso this entire project. Okay. Chitrali, it's Archana here, Archana Sehgal. So, and I'm making mixed media canvas just for beginners also can try this kind of a canvas. And for me, I always like to go with the simple and easy composition because that's just enhance the beauty of elements whichever we have added onto the canvas. Okay, so little bit maybe here, just spread it little bit. Okay, so I think it's done. It's more than enough. Okay. Guys, just bear with me just in case if I miss any question. So I'll answer it once the live finishes off. So after some time I'll just answer whatever queries you have. Okay, so I think it's enough. Look at this. So maybe a little bit here. Okay, and look at this. So this is how it looks. Okay, I'll just heat set this quickly. Oops, look at this. Okay, let's add. I'm just adding glue gun, just this glue, just this oops, not here. Okay, now it's a mess, don't worry. Okay, it's done. Okay, I don't want this much of glue here. And now I'll just hit set this, so just bear some noise. See, it started drying. If you leave it naturally, then it will take at least half hour to dry, but you can always speed up the drying process using heat gun. So okay, okay, so I think that's done. So look at this, it's completely dry, not completely, little bit like semi dry. It's in semi dry position. So now we can apply this glue. God. Okay, so now we can apply white gesso. Okay, so I think someone replied that we should go with the white gesso, so let's go with the white gesso. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, Chitrali, Expression Craft have wide range of chipboards and I love them too, and they really they really adds beauty to the project. Okay, so I have this white gesso with me, and let's just cover this using white gesso. So I'm just diluting it with little bit of water, so it just go with all the intricate design we have on our canvas. Okay, what you guys are saying? Guys, do share this video so that what okay, let it be. Let's cover here. So it takes hardly 5 to 10 minutes to cover your project with white gesso if you are using large brush. So gesso just work as a primer, because after that we are going to use different medium. So it just makes all the elements which we have added on the canvas to get ready to accept all kind of mediums over it. So you can also go with the chalk pens, just in case if you want color thing. I mean, okay, what, my phone is hang, I guess. My video is not stuck, right guys? Okay, what you're saying, Rani? Yeah, that's true. Mixed media project gets complete with chipboards, and also if you add deco stones, but I'm not adding deco stones here because it might take little bit time to, you know, get dry. So that's why I'm not using deco stones, but you can also add deco stones over here and some, you know, at some random places to add more beauty. Okay, so I think it is done. We will need a little bit this side. Okay, so my canvas is covered a bit on this. Okay, it's not clear. It's just because of, you know, net, because I don't know, this net is really irritating me a lot. And due to lockdown, the speed is completely gone, because earlier it was having very nice speed, but once this lockdown started, my net also started acting weird. Okay, so I think I have covered entire canvas. Okay, so my canvas is covered completely. I'll just hit set this again little bit, and then we will color the canvas. Just let me know which color you want me to use. I'm thinking to use sprinkle mist, because that way our project will be done in a minute. Okay. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thank you so much, Chitrani, for responding. Okay, so now it's dry. Okay, so you can see even after me diluting the gesso, this has covered very nicely. The all thing is got covered nicely. I just need little bit of gesso on these wings, because it's still looking orangish to me, and maybe on her face. Okay, so I think that's enough. Cool. Again little bit using that. If you don't have heat gun, you can also go with the dryer, hair dryer, so that also solves your purpose. Only thing is it will take little bit more time, that heat gun, but you can use that. Okay, so now let's color this project. So I'm thinking to go with, I have tea, uh, sorry, which color is this? Teal blue. And then shall we go with pinkish, or shall we go with blue? Let's go with the blue, I guess. I have midnight blue, I have dark purple. Okay, this is green, but I don't want this color. Okay. So just a second, let me check my colors and then we will color this. Thank you so much, Sushma. I am also thinking which color to choose, because as I said earlier, I haven't planned anything, so I'm just going with the flow, and let's see how it will turn out to be. Okay, so maybe let's go with purple and bluish gray, or maybe midnight blue. Okay, what you are saying? What you guys are saying? Yeah, we can use chroma burst as well. Pink and teal won't go nice, dear. Okay, I have chroma burst. Let's go with them then. Okay, let's go with the chroma burst. Maybe this so just give me little moment to choose the colors. Okay, I have ice plant. Let's go with these colors. So I have choose some darker shades, and then I have choose some lighter shades, so that way it looks nice. So first at the sides, first I'm going to use this cranberry kiss. This is very beautiful shade, dark shade. So let's go here. So first I'm adding this color to the sides. Okay, and then we will spray some water. Okay, I need to cover my surface because cover my surface first. Okay, and to activate this beautiful pigment, just add little bit of water, and look at this. And it has very nice shimmer, and you just have to tilt, you just tilt your canvas little bit and it will flow into all the textures, and it will just take that shade beautifully. So look at this. I just use very little amount of chroma burst, and see my half of the canvas is covered. And then let's go this side. Here little bit, just cover it. Okay, look at this. So you just have to apply water and tilt your project. So whatever thing you're working on, maybe it's MDF or canvas, whatever it is, you just have to tilt to move the colors. And yeah, look at this. And the more water you spray, it will just get activate at that that place. So look at this. Let me set this here little bit, because I am happy the way it has flow. And you can also move this using your heat gun or hair dryer. So okay, and then which color to go with? Okay, I have ice plant here. Let's go with the ice plant. At some places here, and I'll just add both the colors, cranberry kiss and ice plant. Ice plant is a kind of pinkish shade, So let's see how it will look. So look at this. Wow, it's really very vibrant, you know, and it has shine into it, so your project will be vibrant as well as little bit of shinier side. Okay, so let's just move it little bit. Okay, and I'm just dabbing the excess water because okay. Okay, so I think I have sprayed water on my cam. Okay, and look at this. Wow, this looks amazing. What you're saying? Yes, magic started. It just okay, and it comes with, you know, it has this kind of opening, as well as you can see, if you want a larger quantity, then you can just take out your pigments using this. So yeah, okay, let me add here little bit here and just sprinkle water. And if you apply a clear coat of varnish, then your project will be sealed as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now let's cover our focal point. So I think I'm going with same color shade only, and then I'll just add little bit of highlighting to enhance all the, you know, all the elements. Little bit of pink here, so you can sprinkle like say 2-3 shades together and then activate it using water. That also create very nice blending look. Okay, I have choose different shade here, I guess, but that's fine. Leave it here. Okay, let's add more color on her. Oops, it got okay. So just tilt your canvas little bit to move the colors. So yeah, I think this looks good, and let me dry this little bit, so then we will move on our next layer. And because we have added lot of water, so it takes little bit of time to dry, but don't worry about that. We can okay, so you can also use brush, you know, you can just take out little bit of pigment in palette, and then also you can do. And you can also use this pigment for watercoloring. Extremely sorry, my dryer noise is there and I was keep on talking. Okay, so you can also take out this pigment into your color palette and use that as for your watercolor painting. And you can also mix these pigments, you can also mix this pigment in resin to get pigmented resin. So there are lot of uses of this, you know, chroma buzz. So this product is really versatile and very unique to work with. I think my canvas is done. Okay, so it's dried completely, and you can see the shine it has got. So I don't know, my camera is not doing justice, but in real you can see very nice sparkly effect on it. Okay, so now we will just highlight it using what is that? This is my gesso. Okay, so using gesso, and after this live finish I'll just cover the sides of this canvas also, but as of now it will take a little bit time, so I'm just skipping that. So let's add white highlights using gesso. For that you need dry brush. Okay, I'm taking completely dry brush. Ritika, it's available on Expressions Craft website. All the chipboards are available there, so you can just open www.expressionscraft.in, and we have variety of chalk paints and chipboards and metallics. Okay, so now let's just highlight it, and using very light pressure I am going to highlight this. Before highlighting you can just add color fixative, so this color will not bleed, but I don't really mind if little bit color is there. I mean, I don't want extremely white highlighting, so that's okay with me. But just in case if you want little bit of pigmented white highlights, then just add fixative and then start with highlighting. And it has little bit of water over here, so okay, so see, add highlight on her as well. And you can go with any focal point. It's not necessary that you have to use this only. If you are trying this, you can also go with whatever focal point you have. Maybe it's angel, or you can also choose chipboards which are especially for focal points, like say we have bulb, geary bulb, so you can go with that. Okay, so here little bit, and it's little bit weight here, so I'll just add okay, so okay, we will just add a little bit here as well to pop out all our stencil work. Okay, so I think it's kind of done. I'll add highlights once this project is completely dry, because as of now it's not yet dried, and this whenever I am applying gesso, these pigments are reacting to it. So after some time I'll add fixative over it, and then again highlight the texture. Okay, so I think maybe here, see here it's still reacting, but that's okay. So using very light pressure, so I think that is enough. Okay, what you are saying? Yeah, I can use metallic. Just a second, let me try that. I need a little bit here, maybe gold. Gold metallic will look nice, I guess. Bronze. Okay, so just I want to little bit, white effect here. Just around the edges. Okay, so I think that is done, because I don't want to overdo this white gesso part. Okay, now let me try with some metallics. Okay, I have got gold metallic. Let's just try this on her. Okay, so I'm taking little bit of this metallic and just wipe down the excess and highlight her. Well, I don't know is it looking good or not. It's hardly visible, if you can see. Oh yeah, hopefully I have got that snowball. I need another brush. Okay, let's see with this. In camera you won't you won't be able to see the shine it has, but in real it really got very nice shine. I'll just click pic of this project and share on Expressions Craft page. So in that you might able to see like how this project is actually looking. So if I tilt my project little bit, then you might see the shine, hopefully. Okay, so let's add a little bit here. And I'm really obsessed with this metallic, because if you notice, my recent projects are all of using metallics only. In fact, this project also I have planned to go with metallics, but all of you guys have said that go with this white gesso and all. So yeah. Okay, so I think I'll finish my project, and okay, we can add little bit of this what do you call this thing. Okay, I have this glass nugget, but I have this in smaller sizes. So, and I also have this expressions one, so we can go with this just to finish the project and just ignore this stuff. These are the what do you call this, glue gun thing. So okay, let's go with this. Maybe little bit here or here, maybe here one, and here one here, maybe something like this. Is it looking good? Maybe yes, it's looking good. Okay, I'll add metallic behind this. I'll go with the okay, and behind this I'll apply some good amount of metallic, so you will have this tinted look. Okay, so oops, let's add it in here. And as you can see, I haven't added gel medium or anything because this metallic is still wet, so it will just hold the things. Just here maybe, and one more. Okay, maybe one more here, and I'll also use smaller ones. Okay, where to add, maybe little bit here. Okay, maybe here, and one more. I love adding this, this really adds very nice beauty to the project. Okay, and it just complete the look of the okay, so this and it here, so for maybe here. Okay, so I think my project is done. Okay, what you're saying? Okay, so I think I'll just finish this live session. Hope you guys have enjoyed this session, and just in case if you have missed any process, this whole video whole session will get uploaded once this live finishes off, so you can watch after that as well. Okay, and look at this. So I'll just share the close-up picture of this project in a while, so there you can see how this project actually looks like, because my camera is not doing justice, and plus here the environment is little bit of rainy, so I mean little bit of cloudy, so there is no proper sunlight in my room. But yeah, and I'll also cover the sides. Thank you so much, Shraddha. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rani. Thank you so much, Chitrali, Jyoti. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And what I was trying to say. Okay, so I'll just wrap up this live session, and maybe I'll back with another project soon. Till then, bye bye. Take care and happy creating. Bye.